IAEA Chief Yukiya Amano will release his new report on Iran's nuclear energy program later this week. Media outlets say Amano will give what's been called new evidence of research by Iran on making atomic bombs. The evidence is said to accuse Iran of working on computer modeling of a nuclear weapon. There is nothing new in the Amano report except that it echoes the same accusations leveled against Iran by the US and Israel. Tehran has categorically dismissed the allegations as baseless.
This is nothing new. We've heard that before. There were such documents. We believe that those documents are unfounded.
Many observers have also cast doubts on the allegations. As for the computer modeling of warheads, they say any individual can have such designs on his PC or laptop. This is at odds with the IAEA's charter as a body whose mission is of a technical nature, not political. Amano has also violated his impartiality as he has failed to monitor all the member states of the IAEA equally. During his tenure, some Western states have conducted clandestine work on nuclear weapons. Amano has failed to comment on nuclear-armed Israel's recent testing of an intercontinental ballistic missile with a range of 10,000 kilometers. The leaking of Amano's report on Iran before its release to the 35 members of the agency's Board of Governors is not only a violation of the agency's charter, it also serves the Western and Israeli psychological warfare against Iran. Amano himself has admitted that the source of his allegations is the intelligence agencies of the US and Israel.
From London, Middle East expert Mr. Peter Ayer, and a political analyst from Beirut, Mr. Mohammed Marandi. And from New York, Director of Special Projects, War and Peace Foundation, Mr. Kevin Sanders. Welcome, all of you. Let's look at this situation with the IAEA. Peter, how impartial is this agency?
In my opinion, there's no impartiality because the IAEA is very much part of the UN, and the UN and all those authorities are very much part of what I've always professed to be the New World Order.
The IAEA, as an affiliate body, is also highly undemocratic. The board is dominated by Western powers, and even the people who work in it as technicians, as ordinary bureaucrats, they're mostly Westerners or they're affiliated to the West in one way or another. So these bodies are by no means democratic. Even the report itself that's coming out, nothing in it is new, and the chief of the IAEA, is basically putting out documents that have existed in the past. Even the WikiLeaks documents that have come out have revealed that he is very much under the control of Western powers, and especially the United States. And the Iranians have on many occasions refuted these allegations. The documents were forged. If you recall, a few years ago, there was this laptop that the Americans put forward. The Iranians said, put it to the test, that the evidence was forged. The same is true with evidence presented now.
Okay, well, let me turn to the United States and get Mr. Sanders, Kevin Sanders, in on this discussion. What do you make of the timing of these latest accusations?
Well, it is the usual massive contorted hypocrisies that feature most of the statements from the IAEA regarding Iran. The IAEA is essentially a public relations agency for the nuclear industry. It's part of the UN, and the UN itself can only do pretty much what America will allow it to do. So the IAEA is in a very difficult position. It will not, I think, make any assertion stating specifically that Iran has or is getting a nuclear bomb. There'll be suggestive concerns. I don't think that this is going to lead to war. I don't think that will happen because the world has too much to risk here. If there were, the price of oil would wreck the global economy, even more than it is already in distress. It would ensure that Israel would lose whatever support it still may have. But there are other dangers. It's worth remembering something Donald Rumsfeld, who presided over another war, you will recall, the war in Iraq, which was also based on forged documents. Rumsfeld said that in a war situation, you have to worry not just about what you know and what you don't know, but what you don't know you don't know, which leads me to something that was reported several years ago, that in one of Dick Cheney's torture chambers somewhere, someone from Al-Qaeda revealed, under questioning, that Al-Qaeda has 5 nuclear bombs which it got from Chechnya, suitcase bombs. And when asked where were they, he said they are already prepositioned. Well, if that were so, and we don't know, it may not be, but it's certainly not impossible. And if that were so, where would they be prepositioned? Presumably in New York, presumably in Washington, and almost certainly in Israel. And this would not involve missiles or rockets, old-fashioned things that they are. It would be delivered by pressing a fast speed dial on an iPhone somewhere, anywhere in the world for an immediate detonation. Now, with that kind of threat, that kind of possibility in mind, I very much doubt if the world will permit or countenance, let alone encourage, an attack by Israel. I don't think it will happen. I think the report will come out. It will be dealt with as the others have, with some kind of compromise all round. I think it would be marvelous if Iran simply said, yes, do come, we insist you come and inspect everything that you want to inspect. And by the way, since you're in the area, do cross the street and have a look at what Israel is doing.